No, that's what they are saying, that it's overbooked. That's right. How is the answer?
I believe the intention of I understand the intention of this bill, but we have to be careful. If we are not careful and we create a situation where any one of us, any Nigerian, can go and apply, quote, for license to be an agent to employ people, we are going to create multiple slave labor centers. The issue of who has the right to employ is a very, very important matter. Evil criminals could go and register to become labor employers. What is going on right now, sir? And I will advise my colleague here to do some inquiry within Abuja and even within federal ministries who have chosen, for example, to use employers of labor to employ their security guards. I have visited at least 3-4 federal ministries. Mr. President, I was shocked to find that people who are working in these ministries as security men, their salaries are 40,000 naira a month, some even less. So these people register themselves as private employment, private employers. And the real people who need the service of these workers may pay as much as 200,000 or 150,000 naira to the employee in the name of the employee. That money is paid to the labor employer, who in turn they pay a fraction to the actual employee. In fact, right now, sir, in the banking sector, just to tell you how serious it is, even in the formal sector, not to talk of extending it to informal sector. Right now, sir, and I think it is worth investigating by our Committee on Labor, you will find some of the major banks in Nigeria, I don't need to mention them, I use all major banks. About more than 50% of their employees are contract employees. They are employed by private labor, which the owners of the bank set up. The bank invoice higher wages in the name of these employees, but the private employer of those employees pay these employees a fraction. So when you say somebody working in a bank, you think he's a bank employee. He is not. Now what is the danger? The day the employee retires or is fired, he has no gratuity, because he's not an employee known to the bank. It is the private labor employer. So I think this like this, sir.
So what do you think?
Like Clark said, I think we need to sit down and do a proper.
You think that this bill is seeking to formalize that illegality?
Yes, sir. It will even complicate it, with all due respect.
That's why I said
I'm a labor man and I know what I'm talking about. It will completely complicate it. The Federal Ministry of Labor has statutory responsibility. They have a department that is in charge of ensuring health and safety, ensuring that various aspects of labor laws are observed. They have that inspectorate unit in the Federal Ministry of Labor. This job cannot be given to an agency. In fact, the job is already vested in the Ministry of Labor. The Senate cannot enact a law that will contradict what is already in existence, but in a manner that will create multiple centers of fraud, abuse of Nigerian workers.
So are you suggesting that this bill may end up empowering certain individuals to pay some Nigerians below the minimum wage?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is already happening. It is already happening, and it's something we can verify. I can tell my brother, will visit 1 or 2 or 3 places. You will see, for example, a man dressed as a security staff What is your salary? 40,000. And you are working in the federal government? No, I'm employed by a private security outfit. So when you are sending it to domestic sectors, you are going to now complicate it. Yeah. In any event, the National Directorate of Employment is not to employ people on behalf of employers. No, that is not their brief. They are to invest in training, retraining, and ensuring that they are meant to be a stopgap to deal with the number of people who are unemployed, to keep them busy, give them skills, and prayerfully they become self-employed thereafter. Private employers is a very, very dangerous thing to introduce into our labor practices. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, let me